a very, very important point. Because like I said earlier, no matter if you understand those first three principles or whether you don't, if you don't understand this one, and if you're not committed to whatever it is you're doing, I guarantee you nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. You want something different, you got to do something different. You want to get out of your old toxic, nasty habits. You want to stop thinking all of those nasty, negative thoughts. Well, you got to start right now, and you have to be consistent with it, and you have to be committed to it. Next. Are you interested? If you're interested, you're going to do what's convenient. When you're committed, you're going to do whatever it takes. You're going to walk through the storm. You know, I've heard it said before that if you're going through hell, keep going. Don't stop. Have you ever seen people on the road storming? It's storming outside, lightning and storming, rain's coming in, and they stop their car. They just stop their car, find a light off or an overpass or something. They just stop and sit there. Sitting there waiting for the storm to pass. If you have a storm in your life, don't sit there and wait. Keep going. Keep going. Walk straight through it. You will get to the other side. Next. Oh my goodness. Now you know I could spend 2 days talking about this. We have got to be willing to learn from our experiences. I did a workshop a couple of weeks ago for single mothers. And one of the things I told those single teen mothers, that when we're in school, we learn from our books, right? We learn from our books, and we study, and the objective is for us to graduate so that we can graduate from school eventually. Get to the next grade, graduate from school. That's the concept. In life, we learn from our experiences. We learn from our experiences. Did you hear me? We learn from our experiences. So when you have an experience, I don't care how bad it hurts. You've got to keep going. You've got to learn the lesson. Why do you want to keep repeating it over and over and over and over and over? You'll never learn. If we use the same concept in life that we use in school, some of y'all will still be in the first grade. You just been graduated. Next. Use the 10-90 rule. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond or react to it. You know, it reminds me of a story. I'll tell this story real quick. I mean, you probably heard this story before about the farmer who had a donkey who fell down in the well. Anybody ever heard that story before? Okay, yeah, it bears repeating. A farmer had a donkey was old, and he wasn't really serving much purpose anymore, so the donkey accidentally fell down in the well, so the farmer decided, well, he's old, he can't really do anything for me, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and invite a couple of friends over and just bury him. So he invited a couple of friends over, they start shoveling dirt. When the donkey realized what was going on, he screamed. He was just so, oh, please, don't, no. He knew what was going on. He knew they were trying to kill him. They were trying to bury him. And then all of a sudden, as they were shoveling dirt, the donkey got quiet. He stopped screaming. You know what the donkey had discovered? That for every shovel of dirt they threw down on him, he shook it off and stepped up. That's what we need to do in life. No matter what happens, shake it off. Step up. If your boss tells you you got your pink slip, you lost your job, shake it off. Step up. If your boo tells you, I'm sorry, I don't want to be in a relationship with you anymore, shake it off. Step up. If your children are driving you crazy and you're trying to offer advice, but they tell you, hey, step off. If I want your advice, I ask for it. Shake it off. Step up. You got to shake it off. That's the only way you're going to strengthen your life and learn from your experiences. Shake it off and step up. Because that's what's going to make you better and bold, not bitter and cold. Next. Exercise your mind. And when I say exercise your mind, I'm talking about in a positive way. We sit around all day long thinking about our problems, Why? That's the biggest question we deal with. Why? You have more control than you realize. Exercise your mind. Visualize what you want. You have to actually see yourself in the position that you want to be in. See yourself in that new job. See yourself with that new boo. See yourself with the boo that left you if that's what you want. But you got to see yourself. When you close your eyes, you got to be able to, become one with that vision. Talk to God about it. God knows who you are. Talk to Him. He will answer you if you quiet your mind and turn off your cell phone. Next. Name it, claim it. Turn your resistance into resilience. Ladies, you all have so much power on the inside, you don't even realize it. We are so caught up in woe is me and our self-pity parties, and we can't have what we want instead of focusing on not what you don't want, but focus on what you do want. When you focus on what you do want, guess what? It comes to you. Thoughts are very powerful. They consist of energy. And when you project that energy out into the universe, you know what you're doing? You're actually drawing the exact thing you don't want right to you. So all those negative thoughts that you have, you're drawing that stuff right into your life. If you was to focus on what you do want, focus on being grateful, focus on being loving, whatever you want, give it out. If your spouse ain't giving you enough time, ain't showing you enough love, show him some love. If your friends aren't calling you up enough to ask you